Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We are well into Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth draft season here on the channel. I believe this is the 5th VOD, including we have already had 3 live streams of the format so far. Having a blast. We've drafted, I don't know, 15, 20 times here on the channel already, and that's what we do here. I give you quantity over quality. Although our record isn't so bad so far either, so having a good time, giving you all sorts of decks to experience, and, you know, that's what I do here. I make sure that I try out some cards that are a little bit, you know, maybe on the fringe that we don't know about, so you don't have to burn your gems. I am a man of the people, so having a good time with Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth drafts, and we got another one today, but before we get into pack 1, a quick message from me. Thanks, me. If you appreciate the content here on the channel, why don't you go ahead and head over to the Daily Draft Patreon page where you can find ways to give back with some incredible benefits included. I pride myself in my Patreon being incredibly affordable, beginning at just one singular US dollar per month, which comes with lifetime access to the Daily Drafters Discord server. I mean, what's $1? And for just $3, you can get access to the Discord as well as early access to every single upload on the channel. You'll see them as soon as I'm done editing. I mean, who doesn't love a good binge? And the most expensive level of support is just $5 US. That's right, $5 is the highest level of support on my Patreon, and Patrons in this tier gain access to my expansive, exhaustive, and interactable tier lists, of which you can see a small sample of here. You get to see how I rate every single card in the set from A to F, whether or not the card has moved up or down since the last update, and you can hover over the card to see a clickable link that brings you straight to Scryfall. And I customize these tier lists for every single draftable archetype in the format. Looking to see how a card fits into blue-white as opposed to black-white? I got you covered. Again, all of these tiers are incredibly affordable, so go ahead and check them out. If a monetary donation isn't your speed, a subscription to the channel is always contribution enough. Thanks so much for your consideration. And here we are in Pack 1 Pick 1, and you cannot let me pass an Elrond Master of Healing. Blue-green, I think, is my favorite deck in the format. Not necessarily the best, but boy, when you have an Elrond in a blue-green deck that ticks, it is powerful. I think the correct pick might be Fearfire Foes. This card is so good. I mean, it completely hoses blue-green, because in blue-green you're looking for the 2-1 that becomes unblockable, and this can kill anything and then kill all of your 2-1s as well, so it's pretty bad for you. But Elrond is insane. 4 mana 4/4, whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on X creatures where X is the number of cards looked at scrying. And then, whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it becomes target of a spell or an ability, you may draw a card. Maybe we wheel Lothlorien Lookout here, but I'm starting with Elrond because that is a huge reason to get into blue-green. Alright, Erkenbrand for red-white, great card. Smite the Deathless, great card. Troll of Khazad-dûm, great card. Bilbo, great card. There's also Chance-Met Elves, and when you have a card as good as Elrond in this set, which is not very powerful, should I say? I mean, there's not a ton of power, and this is one of the most powerful cards in the set in its archetype, so I think I'm going to hedge toward Chance-Met Elves here. I mean, you could have very easily started this draft with Fearfire Foes and then Erkenbrand, or Fearfire Foes and then Smite the Deathless, but I'm going to stay on the scry path here with Chance-Met Elves, and then another Fearfire Foes. Yeah, so there was definitely a red deck here, but I just love this blue-green deck so much. It's just what I love to do. Someone over here is getting hooked up in red, but that's okay. We'll take the scry, draw a card, and just go from there. You know. Gonna feel bad if we have to pivot off of this at some point here, because we passed another good deck by, but I think both paths were fair. Alright, we've got Oath of the Grey Host, which is a card I've tried out twice in the VODs here, and I'm off. I don't like it. Sorry, other people might. Maybe I don't know how to build around it. I have never had the Chapter 3 resolve and be able to attack with any of the spirits before. I don't think that's the case. So, what even is the card? Lorien Revealed is a really good draw spell. 5 mana draw 3 island cycles for 1. There's also Woe's Pathfinder here. which ramps us into Elrond. It's not an elf, nor does it care about scrying, and this elf deck likes to have some card advantage here. I think I'm going to take Lorien Revealed over Woe's Pathfinder, but that's close. Another Oath. See, these are starting to go a little bit later here. I think people are catching on that this is not as good as you might think. I think we'll take Greyhaven's Navigator here. 3 mana, 3/2, ETB Flash, Scry 1. And everything else here is whatever. So we'll take the blue Scry card. Isolation at Orthanc, fine removal spell. There's a Gandalf Sanction here as well, so I think blue-red could have been another direction that we could have gone here pretty easily. But we'll take the Isolation here. Ooh, Arwen pick 7. It's open. Let's do it. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever you scry, put a counter on a creature. Same thing as Elrond, except this puts even multiple counters on it. And then you can pay 6 to scry 2. There's also a Watcher that's here, pick 7, but we're taking Arwen. Okay, nothing here. Mushroom Watchdogs cares about food. We're not going to care about food. Pelargir Survivor cares about instant sorceries. This would be for the blue-red deck if we had gone that route. And then Shower of Arrows is like a... maybe you run out of... or you don't get enough scry. And this has scry on it. So, could be playable, but ideally not. So I'm liking everything else we have so far, though. When this deck pops off, it really pops off. Like, I've already had some games with a really good blue-green scry deck that just, I mean, it had uncommon Elrond and rare Elrond on the battlefield at the same time. And then any creature you play gives counters and scries and tempts you, and it's just value flying around. Let's see what wheels here. Lembas, Surrounded by Orcs, Brandywine Farmer, and Revive the Shire. I guess Lembas is the closest thing we would play. 2 mana, ETB, scry 1, draw. You can sack it and kind of shuffle it into your library. These are not great in this kind of deck. I also probably don't want to run Lembas, but it's the closest we've got. Galadrim Guide did wield, though. 4 mana, 3/4, ETB, scry 2. That's fine. Fine by me. And we're looking all right so far. So what do we need from this deck now? We need more ways to scry. Ideally, Uncommon Elrond is like, that's the card that makes this deck just pop off. The 2 and a blue, 3/2, Mirkwood Spider, Iorith of the Healing House. I don't think I'm playing either of these. Yeah, so Uncommon Elrond is 3 mana, 3/2 in blue, and whenever another creature ETBs, you scry 1, and if it's the second time, the ring tempts you. So, and itself, it scries when it ETBs, so it's just, I mean, you get all of the scry. Curve isn't great right now. We're going to have to make sure we get some of the Nimrodel Watchers, would be great. Deceive the Messenger, it's a card I like, I think, in theory, but I haven't found the deck that really fits with it. I think blue-red would play this. I think blue-black would play this. Blue-white probably wouldn't, unless it really needed something, so... But I think our deck is open. We've got all blue and green cards so far, which is a sign that whatever you're playing might be open. You got an England fan here? Isn't that the saying for the World Cup over in England? It's coming home since you last won in like the 1950s or something like that. Shower of Arrows last pick, nothing but blue-green. All right, what do we have to follow all of this up? A good pack for some, but not a great pack for us. So there's Claim the Precious in black, great removal spell. There's Denethor and Black-White. I've had 2 Black-White decks so far that have been very good. One of them led by Denethor. Double Denethor, actually. Minas Tirith is also fine in a white aggro deck. I haven't liked Shortcut to Mushrooms. There's Glorious Gale, Hithlane Knots, which has Scry on it. There's Ent's Fury. I just don't know how much big creatures we're going to have that want to be fighting. The Knights, probably not. I take a sad Hithlane Knots here. This helps you push damage. 2 mana, tap a creature, scry 1, draw a card. It's also soothing. I mean, I would probably play a Glorious Gale if it wheeled and an Ent's Fury, but I'll take the scry card here in Hithlane Knots. It's not the best pack 2 pick 1, but sometimes you're not lucky. That's fine. We got lucky pack 1, so couldn't open power in pack 2. Speaking of, there's a blue-red deck that would have been very fun, but not today. Isolation at Orthanc, Galadrim Guide number 2, and Generous Ent. There's also Horses of the Brunnen. 5 mana, return 2 creatures to their owner's hands, scry 1, the ring tempts you. Notably, I think we had a Lothlorien Lookout, pick 1, and it did not wheel, so we're not the only one in this deck, which isn't great. So do I take either of these 4-drops or a 5-drop here? You know what? I'll try Horses of the Brunnen. It's not a card I've played yet. There's a chance the Galadrim Guide wheels anyway, and that's probably what I would take behind the Horses. But we'll try out the Horses and see if it ends up being any good here. There we go, Lothlorien Lookout. That's what we're looking for. Lots of good black too, though. Dunland Crebain. But Lothlorien Lookout, 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever it attacks, scry 1. Works very good with Chance-Met Elves. If you can go 2 into 3, this is instantly a 4/3. Glorious Gale, Galadrim Guide on the Wheel, Saruman's Trickery. All fine cards, but we're taking the Lookout here. That's exactly what this deck needs. Still looking for Uncommon Elrond, but he's a card that any blue deck would play, so probably not going to get in pack 2. Going to need to get lucky in pack 3. Alright, lots of cards here. There's Metal Door, Swift Savior. 4 mana, 3/3 flying. Whenever it deals damage, you blink a creature. What do we care about blinking? The Galadrim Guide, the Greyhaven's Navigator. And that's it so far. That's fine. There's Willow Wind, which I don't think I need to prioritize. And then there's a bunch of non-scrying blue and green cards. Peregrine Took is good, but we're not creating tokens. So I guess I'll take Metal Door, although our 4-drop slot is getting a little crowded. Maybe we even wheel Willow Wind. Ooh, Arwen's Gift is a good one. 4 mana, scry 2, draw 2. Cost 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendaries. So far we just have Elrond and Arwen, which is possible. But yeah, we'll go ahead and snap up Arwen's Gift here. Another Lookout, perfect. 2 mana, 1/3. Whenever it attacks, scry 1. There's another Gift and another Hithlane Knots. Gotta watch out for our 4-drop slot getting a little crowded, but we'll take 2 here. Elven Farsight versus Willow Wind. I think I'll take the Farsight here. 1 mana, scry 3, reveal the top card. If it's a creature, draw a card. It goes insanely well with Elrond, because this cares about the number of cards you looked at while scrying. So we'll take Elven Farsight here. Pick 8. We do get a Nimrodel Watcher. There's also a Gift of Strands. If we didn't have so many 4-drops, I might consider this. 4 mana flash, +3/+3, and ETB scry 2. But we do have so many 4-drops right now, and we would like an unblockable 2/1. Alright, a lot of these blue and green did come back. Which one do we care about the most here? Probably Soothing, because we're not going to have a lot of interaction, and if we can just bounce the creature and then get in for another attack, might be okay. Galadrim Guide or a second Isolation here. Both of them did wheel. I think we're going to need some interaction. That's close because they're also, I was about to say, the reason I took it and I didn't even say it is because there's a Galadrim Guide in the next pack, which did come around anyway. So I think I'll take that one here. Got a Glorious Gale anyway. Bag and Porter. And again, literal nothing but blue and green cards. So our deck is open. Alright, hello, second Arwen Undomiel. Think that's exactly what we're taking here. And really nothing else for us, to be honest. If anything wheels, I don't think I'm playing it. But glad we got the Arwen. Really want uncommon Elrond. Oh, I saw a bunch of blue here. Okay, Lost Isle Calling. Time to try it out. 2 mana, whenever you scry, put a verse counter on it. Pay 6, exile it, draw a card for each verse counter on it. And if it had 7 or more, you take an extra turn. This could be total crap, but I'm willing to try it out for the people. Try it out for you, see if it's good. It seems like it's gonna, if there's a deck, it's gonna be good and it's gonna be ours, right? So let's try it. Already have 23 playables here, so we're gonna have to watch out. Oh my gosh, this card is so good. Can we splash it? This card is, in my opinion, one of the best rares in the entire set. So it's a 4 mana 3/3, and if they can't kill it at instant speed, they get a like an emblem on their turn that says if they didn't attack, you draw a card. If they did attack, you make 3 1/1s. And then even if they kill it on their turn, they still have that trigger. Gandalf is great. So is Arwen's Gift. But I'm going to see if I can find a way to splash Faramir here. Rivendell is quite good in our deck. In fact, very good in our deck. Yeah, I think it's what I'm going to take here. Could take Great Hall. We could get that on the wheel as a way to splash Faramir. I don't think anyone's going to take it. So let's take Rivendell here. Woe's Pathfinder. That's a way to splash. Don't really care about either of these two. So this is a way to splash Faramir. Our 4-drop slot is not good. I'm not sure how good the Mental Door is going to be in this deck. I might cut it here. Soothing might not be able to fit. We'll see here. Alright, do we want a Nimrodel Watcher or another Lothlorien Lookout here? I think I want a second Watcher over a third Lookout. Because this is the clock that knocks them down here. So let's take the Watcher. Wow, that's late. Pick 7, about to be pick 8. No, I'm just going to cut it. I don't know. Maybe I play against in pod because this card is going to completely destroy our deck. Not that it really matters, but I'm not playing anything else here. So we could have had a really good red deck. Same thing here. Nothing for us. We're going to have to splash Faramir off of Woe's Pathfinder in like 2 planes, which is not an ideal scenario, but it's that good. Well, I don't think I want to do it, but it's an option. I'll throw it in here for now, but I'm likely going to cut it. So what am I looking to cut right now? The Gale probably doesn't fit. The Soothing probably doesn't fit. I don't really want the Scarecrow. Mental Door just doesn't seem to be doing what I want it to do here. He says as another gets passed to him. This is 23. And Eagles of the North would have been nice had I known about Faramir when I did. I still don't think the Scarecrow is worth it. So it looks like the Great Hall didn't come back, wherever that was. So we're going to add one more card to this, and then probably just play 2 planes here and hope that we can get there on Faramir. The good news is we have so much scry that if we don't have an island and we see Faramir on top, we can just throw him on the bottom and not really get too hurt by it. Second to last pick lost to Legend. Wow. Okay, so we need to add one more card to this here. But we've got plenty of options. Yeah, 2 planes is probably right. How much scry do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 of them are repeatable. And then kind of 10, 11, but these are not ideal. I think we're fine on scry, so we don't have to fit in like a shower of arrows or something, or even a Lembas. Is it worth playing a stupid Scarecrow? I don't think it is. So I don't want another 4-drop. It's going to be either a 2 or a 3, or maybe even like a 1. We're not going to be holding up mana very often, so I don't think Glorious Gale is going to be good. For the same reason Soothing wouldn't necessarily be good. Do we have any ring tempting you here? Got the horses, and that's it? Yeah, that's the only way we have to get tempted right now, so we don't care about the ring tempting us at all. Could just play a 1-mana 1/1 Death Touch. Just to hold down the fort. I don't think that's great, though. I keep looking at the Soothing just to push damage here. So, like, if we get to turn 4 and we don't have one of these plays we want to do, we can just play another 2-drop, bounce their creature, and then get in. Maybe make the Lookout the Ring Bearer. Something like this. And we got the 2 planes and the Woes Pathfinder for Faramir. Which isn't great, but the card's good enough. The card is insane. So, yeah, let's try this one out. I don't think this is the best blue-green scry deck, but it's a deck I love, and it's a deck I'm going to continue to play because of how much I love the deck. So, either way, see you in game 1. Alright, we go first. We have Elven Farsight into Lookout, or Pathfinder if we want it. So, I think we're keeping this here. Oh, jeez. That's about as bad as it could be. I can't cast any of this. I mean, we can with the Pathfinder, but if that dies, then we don't want to top cards we can't cast. So, we'll bottom 3, we'll reveal. Alright, we found a plains. Okay. Means we don't necessarily need the Pathfinder, but we do have Lookout into Elves here, which is exactly the curve I was talking about earlier. Oh, as long as they don't play a 3/2 on turn 2. And they didn't. Alright, good. Perfect. Here we go. Now we're doing the blue-green thing. Arwen. Yeah, I think you're pretty good. Alright, down go the elves. Sure. That's not what I'm clicking. What is going on here? I think I'm running out of battery on my mouse. Don't need that. Just play some dumb 4-drop that doesn't do anything. One mana answer to Arwen, that hurts. Jeez. Wow. That's kind of ridiculous of a draw. What am I supposed to do about that? I guess I could give them, well, they get to choose. I don't really care about the Gale right now. I don't know. That's tough. It's always tough to figure out what to do with the face down and face up piles here. I might have just made a mistake too, because they know that they can put Golem into their graveyard now. Oh no, they kept him in hand. Okay. Horses. I guess? So we got them to put the two better cards in the graveyard. That was good. Ungoal Patrol. Well, that's fine, because I can just do this. Nimrodel Watcher. Yeah, that's probably okay too. Golem, sure. Just play another creature, I could bounce both of them. They hold up Glorious Gale, that's not as good for us. They played another creature and held up Glorious Gale, so... not great. These are not the two creatures I want to be returning to their hand. But as long as they've got Glorious Gale up, I'd prefer to not play into it. Bottomed 4 lands already, thank God. Doesn't matter though. Isolation. I guess. So I probably don't want to play... I mean, at this point, they're probably just going to hold up Glorious Gale the whole time, though. Oh, God. Well, that is very good. Sure. Yeah, Orcish Bowmasters is really, really good. We have not drawn power this game. I mean, they removed our 2 creatures that mattered, and everything else kind of hasn't really done what we want to do here. Okay, I mean, we can bait out the Glorious Gale right now, and then we'll have Faramir next turn. So, let's see if they want to use it. I'm sure they're going to have to. It becomes unblockable. And now we've got Faramir. So, as long as they can't kill this at instant speed... Oh god, what do you do? So as long as I cast 2 spells... Whenever they cast 2 spells, I mill 2. Oh no! They're gonna cast another spell, and then they're gonna mill my Faramir, and then I'm just gonna lose. Because all they have to do is cast Golem here, and then I mill 2. That's game over. Really? They played a way to mill me when I topped Faramir? Oh well. Double spelling again. Destroying us with our own graveyard. That was brutal. Okay. Alright, we go first. We've got the Watchers here. So we'll start with that. Maybe we'll draw into some Scry. If one of these was a Woes Pathfinder, that would have been busted. Could have had Prince Faramir on turn 3. No need to block. We've got Scry coming next turn, so... Or no need to attack, I mean. Morgul Knife Wound. Guess I can't do anything about that. Oh, baby. Yeah, sure, we'll just play it. Don't get the attack this turn, but they have to deal with Faramir effectively right now. Gonna be annoying if they can, that's for sure. Which they can't. Alright, Faramir's gonna take over here. Give me 3 1/1s, please. Play Galadrim Guide, make this unblockable. Don't need that. Arwen seems fine. Get in here. Faramir trigger again. They finally do have the answer, but we got 2 triggers off of it, so... Do we get to draw a card now? Or do we get to make 3 more 1/1s? We get to draw the extra card. Alright. I know this has flash, but I'd like to get the unblockableness, so I'm going to do this now. Elven Farsight. Yeah, I think that's okay. Put the counter here. And then get in. If they want to trade both creatures from my Galadrim Guide, I think I'm okay with that. Sure. I could have put the counter on the guide and then let them not be able to do that, but like, look at our board now compared to theirs. So, as long as they don't have a board wipe, we're probably okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. This has flash. Okay. I think... no, Rivendell's good, but not here. Revealed another land. So we had 4 lands on the top of our deck. Thank God we did what we just did, because that's exactly what we love to do here. Hithlane Knots, I think, is fine. So if we put it here, it's 6 unblockable. They block this. They take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, that's win. All right, so we managed to get all the lands off of the top of our deck. 5 lands on the bottom. Thank God for this Scry deck, because that's what we love to do here at Daily Draft, is just draw all the lands when you don't want to draw lands. Okay, we go first. We need green. We have an Island Cycler. We don't have any ways to scry before turn 4. Our first play is turn 4. We don't find... If this was a green, it would be a great hand. I'll just mulligan into effectively the same hand here. Alright, okay, let's keep 6. I guess we did it. Alright, so they have a land cycler. We'll see if they want to do that. I guess I have to lead with Arwen here. Looks like they'll just freaking stern scolding as well. That was annoying. Alright, time to try out Lost Isle Calling. Alright, nothing else to do but this. They'll counter it. Because why can we have our fun? I hate blue in Magic. Blue in Magic is so annoying. Alright, go ahead. Is this an instant? I think it's a sorcery. Yeah, it's a sorcery. Yeah, 2 mana, draw 3. Good for you. Why do you keep playing the creature that I never want to horses? Both the time I've had this in my hand, they play 1 mana 1/1s that have a good ETB. Alright, they got all their colors here. I think we're just about done in this game, too. Okay. Do I isolation that, or do I horses? I think I horses that on my turn. That's not good enough anymore, I don't think. Alright, so we can use the hit lane knots to tap the Oliphant here. Then we can isolation it next turn, probably. Lorien Revealed is good. They have all the mana in the world and all the cards in the hand still. So that's not good for us. I guess Arwen's okay. We're just gonna have to watch out that we don't get in trouble here. As far as like this thing being able to just destroy us. Guess I'll do isolation on the Oliphant after they draw here. They're going to get rid of Lorien Revealed. We're going to lose our card draw. At least they should, I think. As long as we can hold off all of these punches until this can go off. Okay, they'll get rid of our Arwen. And many more. They have a 5/5. Alright. Can Faramir help us survive? Or are they just going to kill him? Grixis probably has a way to kill him. They're drawing Oliphant next turn as well, which is just a huge beater. Taking an extra turn with Faramir is pretty busted. You get 2 triggers on their turn. But, yeah, I didn't think he would survive. They were just thinking about which way they wanted to kill him. Take 5. Isolation's going to be good for their 5/5. We have 7 mana next turn, so we can cast one of these and this. They're going to play Oliphant more than likely. Or just wipe our board. Okay, hold up counterspell. Guess we do this in isolation here. Next turn we can guide and soothing their Oliphant. I mean, we're taking 4. We're taking many more than 4. We're taking 7 plus 4 is 11, so we're still not dead at the moment, but pretty close. I could bounce this to my hand and take 9. Is that better or worse? Probably worse. I don't know. Sure. Take 9. Alright, GG. They had the counterspell. Alright, well, they just pretty much killed us that game. Like, we never really stood a chance. Every single thing we did, they were like, what if I just didn't let you do that? These games are so much fun. They're so much not fun to play. And then also Mouth of Sauron, amass 10 or something. Yeah, amass 10. Ha! I get to scry too. Alright. Non-token creature. Alright. It doesn't even matter. We were dead anyway. Well, that was not fun. I hate playing against a blue. Alright, we go first this time. Hopefully it's good enough. And hopefully we get to cast our spells and resolve them. Here comes the 1/1 that scries. Nope. Alright, Forest Cycler. Okay, Nimrodel. Ooh. Let's lead on that. Rally at the Hornburg, sure. Ooh, hello. Haven't seen you at all yet this draft. I'm sure they'll kill this here. but that's okay. I mean, it leaves Elrond alive next turn. There it goes. Alright, play Elrond, immediately get a Scry, and then... I think that still seems okay. We can play both of these next turn. Put that on itself. That way now if they want to kill it, we get to draw an extra card. Alright, now they drew the extra black. So here comes Claim the Precious. Old Man Willow. It's a good one. I'd prefer you didn't have him, though. I don't think that's going to be good enough right now. Let's put the counter here. Ooh, they have a choice here. Do they want to take our best card that we can't cast, or they just take the cards that we can cast? Because if we ever get to the point where we can cast Faramir, it's going to be insane. They should probably take the Watcher. That's my guess. They've got a tough decision, though. Okay, taking the Lookout. Interesting choice. And we drew our white source for Faramir. Okay. Scry. Next turn we're just playing Faramir. So this won't come down for 2 turns and can't attack for 3 turns. No, I think because that's so far in the future, I don't think we're going to be able to really take advantage of that. See if they can kill Woe's Pathfinder here, or if they just play Old Man Willow. Old Man Willow's a 6/6 now, which really stops our board. Okay. Let's go blue, white, this. We still can't activate Rivendell, but... Okay, so in that case, I guess we don't need to tap the Pathfinder here. So we just play Faramir, and then... And then we pass... We have 2 legendaries and then a repeatable scry source to make this unblockable. Although it looks like they're going to kill it here. Yeah. Probably shouldn't do the Woe's Pathfinder. Yeah, definitely do the Watcher here. That leaves attacks open for me. I don't need to block here. I also make 3 1/1s on my turn. Oy. Yeah, I didn't need that. Alright, let's scry. The horses seem pretty good. Issue right now is this is going to get trample. So I have to make sure I don't die here. Can I kill them though? So if I put the counter here and here, they block a 5 and a 3. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I think they're just dead. Yeah, so block, block. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We also scry another one, so 10. And then we do this, so they take 11. There we go. Alright, close one there. But on the back of Faramir and Elrond, we did manage to win. As good as Old Man Willow is. Alright, we go first with Arwen on 2, into Hithlane Knots potentially on 3, maybe Isle Calling, something like that. I've been less than impressed with Isle Calling so far. It's slow. It's just... You have to really stall out the game, like, incredibly long for this to really do anything. We'll see if it does anything this game or not. Alright, Land Cycler against Red-Black, which is usually an aggro deck, so Lost Isle probably not looking to do much here either. Alright, leading on Lookout now that we drew it. Play Arwen next turn, scry immediately. Ideally, unless they play a 3-2 or kill this. Nope, it's 2-2. I need lands. So I could actually trade for the Goblin here, because I have another one in hand and they're legendary, so I can't even play this as long as this is on the battlefield. Let's see if they even let me, or if they just straight kill it first. They might kill the Lookout. That's more of an issue. They're thinking about which one to kill. They're going back and forth, so let's see which one they do. Yeah, I figured it would be the Lookout. That makes my life very difficult. Yeah, I guess I'll do Arwen. They killed the right one. It's definitely the one they should have killed, so good for them. And then we lose. I guess I'll do Lost Isle and do Hithlane Knots to tap that stupid thing down here. Mirkwood Bats, interesting. And then still have 1 mana up. It's either another Land Cycler, or it's Golem's Bite. Chance Met Elves, that's not gonna do it here. Island is worse. Pathfinder opens up Faramir here, I guess. Oh, it could also be like the +1/+2 Death Touch trick, which would be really bad if we attacked. So let's see if this survives. Is it Oliphant or is it Troll of Khazad-dûm? Let's see. I think it's one of the two. Erkenbrand. God. God, these red aggro decks are so potent in this format. Golem. Okay. Alright. Well, basically just gotta survive or something? I don't know if we even can. Down goes Faramir. Well, kinda. Do they have two ways to deal with it? I have to chump here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have to double chump, actually. Which feels awful. Now I might just be dead. Block, block, take 7. I have to chump here, trade here. It's the only way I survive. And then we're dead next turn. Oh, never mind. They just get another combat. Okay. Sure. Gosh, these red aggro decks make life really difficult. So 2 and 3 with this deck. The worst record to possibly go in Premier Draft. Was the deck good? No. Lost Isle Calling, off. Not good. Not a good card. Everything else here seems fine. I mean, if I could replace the cards that I'm pulling to the right here. Our curve was a little bit not great. I wasn't super impressed with horses, to be honest. Hithley Knots was fine. Yeah. I mean, as much as I like this deck, after my now second time playing it at the time of this recording, it's, it struggles against many certain kinds of decks, especially if you go on the draw, and if you stumble at all. If you're on the back foot, this deck doesn't stand a chance. It's got to be aggressive. So these are the 3 cards that I probably want to pull out of here and try to do something else with that slot. Now, what is that something else? I don't know. Maybe more Watchers, a couple more Elves, things like that. But, so, yeah, 2 and 3. I mean, not a great result, but I still have fun with the blue-green Scry deck whenever it goes off, especially with rare Elrond. So, either way, thanks for sticking around to the end of this video, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.